Yeah, they really tried to knock me down, but they didn't knock me down. I've been through some ups and downs, but I still keep my smile. I'ma make my mama proud. I'm a king, I'ma rock my crown. They really tried to knock me.
Peace, life, and love. You're here with your host, Brother Peace, here with another episode of Peace TV, where we're advocating for peaceful vibrations and having peaceful conversations and tapping into different perspectives and awarenesses with different beings coming onto the channel. This is my first time introducing my good brother to the channel. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Thank you, my brother, man. Pleasure to be here on Peace TV. I'm famous. Mama, we made it. We on Peace TV, man, the most upcoming conversationalist platform that's really touching on a real need of our people. To my understanding, it's the most important piece that we're missing when we're talking about nation building, family building, and coming up under the guides and the depression of oppression. So giving shout out to Peace TV, of course. My name is Brotha Tut KingDomX, coming from Oakland, California, Brookfield Village, representative, father of three, and co-founder of Repaired Nations and founder of Good Juju Good Vibes. So, yeah, here to talk about a real important topic and, just share our insight of what we've been navigating this 30-plus years on this rock that we call Earth.
I say, well, good things. Welcome, good Brother Tut, Brother KingDom. You know what I'm saying? This is a powerful, divine brother in the community, and we've been working together and doing a lot of powerful things in the community, and finally got some time to take some time to sit down and tap in on Peace TV. You know what I'm saying? So, Brother Peace, we pushing this peace all day, every day, and we advocate that here in the Bay Area, but we've been able to cultivate peace, on our journey. In Africa, I was able to travel with this brother to Africa last year, and we had a powerful spiritual experience. We're going to touch on that. But just to start off, man, I would love to get your definition of peace, brother. You've been on your journey for 30-some plus years, so through the different ups and downs on your journey, through the different transitions, what is your definition of peace? What does peace look like to you, good brother?
Man, in meditating in deep thought prior to the conversation, and just, reflecting on what's typical, what's uniform, I had to get to what's personal. I'm always speaking from the collective perspective, but I'm going to just get personal for a second. That's all right for everybody. And for peace for me, man, is ugly. Peace is, for a brother like myself, wanting to change, not wanting to fall in the same stigma or the platform that was laid in front of me. I had to do a lot of ugly, internal, transformative work. I had to face some demons. So peace for me is not running away from that, is, doing the shadow work within yourself so that you can help assist the shadow work that needs to take place in the family. Like currently growing up without a father, prime example. I could have just taken the same road, abandoning my children. Things didn't work out with their mother, but to maintain peace, I had to, evolve. And I had to really look at, what was the best route for me. And I knew for me, abandoning my children wasn't the option. So I had to do some real hard, emotional management to be able to have a positive relationship with their mother. I had to step back and step up in a lot of places, right? So, just for the example of having two households, I had to make peace that there may be another man around my children. But that doesn't give me the right to treat her different or treat my children different because of that. And I had to, fight my ego a lot. So for me personally, peace is coming to a place of tranquility. There's moments of peace. But for me, being a black man, coming from the hood, wanting to be a square but pushed off the porch into the block, to fight back, to find love for myself, it was a war. And it's a daily war because there's always an option to get back out there and just, act from an immature perspective. So peace for me is constantly having moments to reflect and strategize within myself, the wars that I am facing internally, and be able to assist brothers and sisters in our community and our family with the same process. So, yeah, it's ugly, but there's tremendous beauty in peace for me.
So that's powerful, brother, and I appreciate you being open to share a bit of your journey of growing up in the hood, of even in the sense of dealing with relationships, with the mother of your child, and just being a melanated man growing up in the hood, like it's very challenging. There's many different things that come with that, but to be able to have the ability to tap into a space of being able to transform and transition and transmute. You feel me? That's what I got from that. You breaking that down, like that duality, to be able to transmute when you do go through them ugly stages. You know that on the other side they can be beautiful. You know, so just having that sense of awareness and that intention, you know, and I can agree with you, brother. I can relate in many different ways, man, growing up in the hood. Like, it's a lot of peer pressure. It's a lot of violence. It's a lot of crime, drugs going on. There's a lot of negative influences, and it's like that crab in the bucket mentality where people don't want to see you rise above, so they'll pull you back down. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of pressure, and that's not peaceful. You know, so being ones who have experienced that, but having the courage and the bravery to want to transmute, want to go within, want to work on ourselves, want to evolve and become a better version of ourselves, and influence brothers and sisters in our environment, because many people are in these environments just like us, you know what I'm saying, come from the same reality, but they don't find the strength to want to transmute, to want to transform. Some people just stay in those spaces and they feel comfortable in those spaces. And you got to get uncomfortable at times to tap into cultivating your peace. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you touching that raw essence of how it can get ugly on the journey of getting to your peace. You know what I'm saying? So, man, how do you feel like, from your perspective, how could we get some peace in the hood? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I know it's difficult, man, because if you love peace, you're going to kind of want to get away from our people, you know, and that's just the ugly truth of it. But I think of the quotes when it's, spiritual leaders and folks who have wisdom have bestowed on us the enjoyment of the journey because you're anticipation of the destination. So I think peace is a destination, but the journey is going to be an MFer. It's going to be hard to get our people to a place of peace because, like what you're doing, we got to sit down and have these conversations of how to bring peace with the family, peace with the mother and father, peace between the sexual trauma that happened in the household under the leadership, peace of brothers backstabbing each other over women, peace of women fighting over the same guy. Like, we got to bring peace to ugly situations, and it's piling up daily because the outside institution has figured out the best way to divide us and keep us weak is to keep us, the household, broken and at odds with one another. So the end result is peace. So for work that we're doing, understanding that the goal is the peace. The goal is to have a peaceful transition and a peaceful respect for one another and a peaceful household for our people. Enjoy the journey. The journey is hot. Remember when we walked on that mountain? Remember that? Remember that? What was that mountain? What's the name of that mountain? Fojito.
The right pronunciation.
Yeah.
We was in Ghana and we hiked up a mountain. And it was hot. You know what I'm saying? And we had to work through that. You know what I'm saying? There's many different levels of peace, but then challenge and struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Look, and Brotha Peace had a foot injury. Brotha Peace had a foot injury, and he was battling a sickness. We had to see this brother struggle, and he didn't want to sit down. He didn't want to miss out on that glory, and he fought through it. We all helping each other. We dehydrated. It's like almost 100-some degrees, full humidity, no wind, and I believe the name of the mountain was named. It's called the Old Man, right? So we're on this journey, and I'm telling you, the whole time I'm just like, man, one foot after another. My legs burning. See, brother, we got an elder that came, like everybody is fighting to get through it, and that's a perfect example of what we have to do as a people, is because even though it hurts, even though we may be sick and battling, we must lean on each other and support one another, right, through the process. Because when we got to the top, remember that? It was like, well, we made it. The wind was blowing. It was, you know what I'm saying? People start working out. We just went through like almost an hour of gut-wrenching struggle. Legs burning. Brotha Peace about to pass out, but he want to see it through. And we get up there, bruh, start dancing. We doing music. So it just, the fight for, and we only stayed up there for a small minute at a time. But we made the most out of it. And then we had to do our journey back down. So just prime example of what we can do when we navigate that, and how sweet it will be when we get to that other side is what keeps me motivated through the journey, because the end result is us all celebrating. And I wouldn't want to celebrate with nobody else but our people. I don't want to celebrate with the other cultures that got it easy, that have one up, that have got an advance on us through slavery and chattel slavery and just, you know, the systems that I don't want to celebrate with them, because the struggle ain't the same. That's why people that get well and move to the suburbs, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I'd rather do it with my people. And once again, it's ugly. So the fact that I've already made peace with that, the process is beautiful.
Yeah, you're still able to go into the hood and make an impact.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And if I had to choose one or the other, I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to have the glitz and the glam, but not be comfortable around my people. And a lot of us do that because, you know, like I said, if you love peace, if you love prosperity, if you love having an abundant mindset and high frequency above all else, you're not going to like being around our people, because our people ain't there. The culture isn't there, but it's going to take people like you, like Peace TV, like us, to continue to uplift and lead each other on their heart-wrenching journey. You know, and just support one another, because we know what the mountaintop feels like.
Yeah, I appreciate you touching on that, brother. And I agree with you 100%. Like, it takes brothers like ourselves to really set example, to have these conversations, to stay consistent with doing work in the community, in the hoods, to inspire our people, to touch different people in these environments, because you might not get the whole hood to transition, but every now and then you'll get more and more brothers and sisters start to get more interested, start to want to engage more, want to come out to some of the events. You know, they follow us online and they see and get exposed to something different in a different light. But brothers such as ourselves coming from the same environment, so they can still relate to us. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I do see that a lot of our people, they get them a good amount of money, or they get them opportunities to get outside the hood or an environment because they feel like they're not thriving, or it's a negative environment. And I got shot in the hood in Richmond, California. We still here in Richmond, you know, but I didn't let that really put fear in my spirit to like, nah, I got to get up out of here. Like, I did travel. I got some different experiences outside of my environment to help, you know, expand my consciousness and having some different experiences. But coming back to my environment, I'm in a different vibration. I'm more grounded, and I have a deeper sense of awareness of the pain and the trauma that our people are dealing with. Right. You know what I'm saying? And reflecting on my journey getting shot, man, just for brothers to be out here shooting each other. A lot of brothers are hurt. You know what I'm saying? And not realizing that they dealing with a lot of self-hatred, a lot of internal demons, internal challenges and battles, where we're reflecting that pain onto each other and we're hurting each other. You know what I'm saying? So pushing peace is essential, it's vital. It's very necessary right now to establish a sense of awareness, to have peace and harmony and understanding amongst each other as melanated men. We need peace and harmony and understanding, brother. Like, you got to know. We got to know that, hey, we both in a system that was built and designed not to support our liberty, not to support our wellness, not to support our spiritual liberation, not to support our mental health. So brothers and sisters are dealing with many mental health issues, a lot of different trauma from the society, a lot of stress and anxiety. You know what I'm saying? So we need more conversations in space where we can cultivate peace and harmony and security and to feel safe and to relax and calm down our nervous system. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers on flight or fight, you know what I'm saying, in a state of survival. You know what I'm saying? We want to shift that energy out here, man, because we still here and we really care about our people. And some of our people just like, nah, fuck it, I'm going to cut them off. I'm going to go hang around the whites. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be in the suburbs where, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to change my vocabulary and I'm going to try to get on this vibe, you know what I'm saying? But nah, go ahead and embody that in your environment and be the change that you want to see. You know what I'm saying? We got to be the change we want to see. So that I felt that in my spirit. So instead of telling people like, you need to do this, you need to live it by example. You know what I'm saying? But and have them conversations and have these spaces where we're doing the work and people can actually see and get a concept and a realization of different pathways to tap into different vibes outside of what they've been exposed to, what they've been, what they grew up in. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely the intention. And we advocating for growth and expansion. That's why we traveling. My brother, he said he's a co-founder of Repair Nations. And I was able to leave the hood and get out into Africa for the first time. Travel overseas on that plane, about 17 to 20-hour flight. You know what I'm saying? That's different. A lot of brothers and sisters in the hood don't know nothing about that. They just so stuck in their environment. So we're advocating for brothers and sisters to travel and go see the world and get a deeper perspective and awareness of melanated people around the world, around the diaspora, to expand your awareness, to enrich your spirit, your history. You know, we connected and got history all around the world, you know what I'm saying, as melanated people. So to expand your awareness, to big up your spirit, and you'll come back on a higher vibration and a more motivation to connect with your people, to unify your people. Because when we was out there, man, we seen a lot of the people out there working together.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Living in villages.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Comparative.
And I want to get your perspective on being from the hood and why it's vital to travel, man. And how was your experience going to Africa when we went out there?
Man, you know how they say a picture is worth 1,000 words? Yeah. Well, a video is worth 1,000,000. And to see it live and direct is 1,000,000,000. The things that's communicated, you know, through actually being in the environment, your senses are heightened, you know, you're spiritually reflecting and you're recording these occurrences. So it can be something that you sit back and meditate on that wasn't even perceived to your original eyesight, but something you picked up in the environment. When I started traveling, I started to see culturally, I had a bigger outlook on life. Coming from 9800 Brookfield Village, you know, thinking that, you know, being a stunner, you know what I'm saying, getting the car, that was you hit. I didn't need to affect nobody else but myself. And I felt like, you know, at that point, it was like you either get it or get lost. Like, if niggas ain't catching up, I don't know if we saying that on Peace TV, but if niggas ain't keeping up, you know what I'm saying, that's their issue. And, you know, when I started to travel, first place I went to was Venezuela. Buenos Aires. You know what I'm saying? No, is that Argentina? I think, yeah, Buenos Aires in Argentina, I believe. Please look it up. Don't quote me because, you know what I'm saying, it was some years ago. But, no, do quote me. I'm confident. So I went there, brother, and to see people who typically, you know, had less than we had in America, you know, second world, third world countries, and to ride through the hoods and see how people are loving one another and in straight peace without the glitz and the glam. But you can see it on their face. I ride through the hood, you know what I'm saying? You might see 1 out of 100 persons smiling for no reason. You know what I'm saying? And that's just because it's ugly. We navigate, but in other cultures, they might not have it financially, but they got it culturally. The culture speaks through their every being, and that's what I always take back. So every time I go to a new place, I'm just tapping into the culture because, you know, Black American culture, we're like a subculture of this white American culture by default because they set the standard, you know, all around us. So we've created this subculture. But when you tap into the universal knowledge of the melanated being, like Brotha Peace is always telling us, you understand that we have we are the archetype. We are the originators. So there's no need to have this type of culture identification. You know, you're the supreme culture if you want to classify it. And then you can start to identify yourself like, man, I'm above this European stuff. They learned they're actually misusing some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you come from a place of being subservient to being a teacher and an influencer and mothers and fathers of civilization. That's a whole nother dynamic of internalization when you get to that point. And you only get that through traveling. Like, you can see it on pictures. You can say, I like that. Bam. You can, even the video is adding another layer that you're getting it right now with Brotha Peace, bringing it to you live. It's inspiring and it's motivating you, but he's inviting you to come out. And that's when you get the full spectrum of rebirthing. And understanding that I am a part of the mothers and fathers, the lineage, the bloodline of the mothers and fathers of civilization all across the globe.
That's empowering.
Come on, brother.
Very empowering, man. Like, as he said, I got those experiences as well by traveling and seeing the melanated universal history around the world. It really enriches your spirit, your consciousness, and activates your DNA on many different levels to where it's like, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing a lot of comedic art just because of me tapping into African culture. You know what I'm saying? If I was more in tune with the European culture, I would tap into European gods and deities and stuff like that. But learning more about the African culture, learning about the Yoruba culture, learning about, you know, many different tribes out there where they tapped in with nature, how nature is in tune with their culture. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm out here in America, in the works that I'm doing, I'm reflecting getting back in tune with nature, because that's a part of our ancestry. That's a part of our DNA, being one with the earth. You know what I'm saying? So going from the hood to the woods, that has been a movement we've been building and cultivating out here, where we encouraging brothers and sisters to get out to nature, man, outside of the concrete jungle, where it's all this stuff going on, where you can just relax, let go of some of that energy and tap in, receive some of them downloads from the source. You know what I'm saying? Receive that energy from the sun. A lot of them ancestors, as I'm doing my research and tapping into different cultures, they would align their cultures with nature. They'll honor the sun, they'll honor the trees, honor the water, honor the land. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't worship, they'll honor and know that these are core vital elements that support our existence. So as we realize that, let's get in tune and acknowledge it and work within the ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? So we pushing that, and that's peace to me. You feel me? So we're going to keep doing the work and inspiring our brothers and sisters in the hood to definitely raise their vibration and cultivate more peaceful, harmonious vibes, because it's necessary. In the hood, it's been too much trauma. It's been too many deaths, too many brothers and sisters bringing each other down, holding each other back. You know what I'm saying? And it's been designed like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, the system was not designed for us to thrive. And we're empowering the system, so we got to get into a space of developing our own systems and developing different systems and networks between each other. You know what I'm saying? Brother, you recently went to Kemet. See, I went to Ghana with you, and we had a divine time out there in Ghana, but I'm putting intentions to travel out there to Kemet, to touch them walls, them hieroglyphs, to feel that energy, to connect bare feet. Man, how enriching was that when you went to Kemet, man? Because you go by Brother KingDom, Tut, a divine king of Pharaoh energy. Just touch on that a little bit.
Man, brother, everything you said, yes, we got to get, and this is a good outlet. This is us creating our own media. This is different than all the other media channels out there, because we're praying that you're getting service, that you're getting your food, that you're getting your herbs when you tap in with Peace TV. So we got to uplift and support this brother in that process, because he's providing a real need of our community. Through a lens that we've all identified as something that we value, which is media and technology. So I wanted to say that. But yeah, man, when you just brought me back to Kemet, man, I started feeling all type of uploads again, and it's just different, because going back there, I studied Medu Neter. I've I've switched over from Christianity to being Kemetic about almost over a decade now, and there's no amount of studying that I could have did to prepare me. Like, I thought that I knew, but when you get there, it's a whole nother experience. It's like when you got a cookbook and you think you got all the ingredients, but then when you finally mix it and it's made and you taste it, that rush, that confirmation that comes through, it's indescribable. Walking barefoot, and people looking at me like I'm crazy, because they like, bro, what you doing? Like, man, I'm trying to meditate, because I'm on a tour. Being led by one of the greatest scholars that, to my understanding of Kemetic knowledge, Mfudishi Chahutimus, great brother. If y'all don't know about him, check him out as well. But he leading the conversation. He teaching us, but I'm just stopping to breathe in between. I'm stopping to make sure I got my shoes off. They had to go fetch me a few times, because I would just spin off and just be in the canals and just sitting on the edge of the pyramid and just hearing. And once again, it was all peace. It was all love. Like, you cannot build that. Slaves never built no dang pyramids. Let's just stop listening to that foolishness. That was built with high frequency, high peace, high love, high community cooperation and coordination. That was a high level system that they used with vibration and frequencies to create the pyramids. And just being there, it's like everything, it's not too many words. What I can say is that it confirmed and put me more in alignment with standing with that universal culture, because I see the benefits of it. That was built under the guidelines of universal culture and being in tune with nature, like you were just touching on, and honoring, So removing all I think that's the last bit of Europeanism that I had to get out of my system, was going there. Because I still had some concepts that I was holding on to of this individual experience. But going there really got like that last bit of like, okay, the greatest feats in the world that are not duplicated today was done from a collective, holistic, natural experience and mindset. So if I want to tap into that, I had to release that. And what was communicated to me was like, those who come, everybody's not going to be able to see. So in preparation, when you travel, make sure you come with a half full, half empty mentality so that the ancestors, the environments, the elements can fill you up and remove whatever else needs to be removed from your life. And that's what happened to me. And another dynamic that I just want to touch on, be prepared of experiencing cultures that was created by your forefathers and foremothers, but it's being facilitated by other cultures currently. And don't get thrown off by that. Don't get thrown off by when you go to Africa or Ghana and the brothers there have this more European understanding than you do, and they're trying to push a philosophy on you, or they're telling you something. Don't be thrown off by that because, the European is going crazy all over the planet, right? Stay grounded. Seek the elements. Let them speak to you. Same thing going to Kemet. Don't get thrown off by our Arabian, extended brothers and sisters, because the way that they're facilitating our knowledge and facilitating the space and kind of having this competitive mindset and seeing you as a tool to get what they want. Don't get thrown off by that. Go talk to the monuments. Go talk to the writings on the wall. Go touch. It's some writing on the wall. I'm just touching. And I'm like, I'm getting healed just by that. No exchange of words. I didn't have to read it. I just knew it by touching and being there. So to wrap it up, no matter we in Kemet, Ghana, or we in the block in USA, don't get thrown off by the European culture or the subcultures. Tap into the elements. The ancestors, the Most High, they're still alive. They're communicating daily. They just bombard us with so much distraction that we can't tap in. So just make sure you tap in and get what you need, okay, and be ready to do the work.